Okay. I think I'm on. Oh, no, I'm not. Ah, hold on. I don't have any of my cameras plugged in. Child, that's what happens when you don't go live for a long time. Hold on, y'all. Hey, as you guys come on in, rep your city, your galaxy, your hemisphere, your state, your neighborhood, but don't do neighborhood. Anywhere you're coming from, let me go ahead and get my camera up. Let me get my camera up, guys. Okay, let me change my camera. Although this one looks kind of okay. Let me see. What am I working with here? Ooh, no. Do I want that one? I don't know. What y'all think? I don't know if I want this camera. No, I look washed out. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's yellow. I don't like any of this. Okay, I look like an alien as much as I talk about them. All right, so sorry guys for these difficulties. I'm just gonna go with my regular camera on my laptop. I have all these webcams and I don't like them. Okay, maybe my lens is dirty. Okay, maybe this one is dirty. Okay, everyone, how are you doing? How are you doing? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat, please. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I am so rusty. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. IG, I'm only on for 5 minutes, and then I want you guys to mosey on over to YouTube. The link is in the bio, okay? Hey, knowledge shift. I like that. Come on over to YouTube. I'm just letting you guys know that I'm live. Because hold on, maybe I should just put I'm live, y'all. I'm live. Okay. We're getting it together. We're getting it together. Okay, that's probably not gonna work. All right. Let me see. Black Queen is in the house. You got here early, girl. I appreciate that. You got in at 444. We know that's a powerful number. Those that know. Jessica, our our second guest on the show. Hello, Jessica. Let's see. I hope everyone had a great new year for those who celebrate the new year being January 1st versus March 21st. Happy New Year. Let's see. Hi, Anna. Hello. Guys, I just want to say before I jump into this topic, I had a whole bunch of missed comments on I have videos that go back years, and sometimes people come on and they'll make a comment on the video, and YouTube, how I have it set up on YouTube, I'll get notified. But some of those comments I'm just now seeing. So if you see something me popping up in your feed or whatever, it's because this afternoon, I went through the video. So I'm answering a lot of questions, and a lot of you have really great requests for videos that I'm going to get into. So let me just run through all of the tribes, my knockouts. Let's see. Well, that's me. All right. Jessica's repping Mississippi. M.I. Cricket I. Rachel's in the house from South Carolina. Part of my family's hometown. My family is one of 7 families that founded a city in South Carolina back in the 1800s. All right, you guys can hear me and see me well. Great. What's up, Mari? Coffee and cream. Hey, Jeline from Colorado. Mari, my Cali sister. We've got Raspberry Lemonade from Canada. We international tonight, you guys. Okay, yes, coffee and cream from North Carolina. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into this, just so we can move on into 2022. Because as y'all can see, I'm stuck in December 2021. So today, all my IG people, please mosey on over to YouTube, because I get the views count over there. Just keeping it real. But come on over. We'll love you. We'll welcome you. The link is in the bio. I will be on IG later on in a couple of days. So be looking out for that. But come on over, okay? Jerry, Jazzy, Kakaza, y'all come on over. I'm out. Okay, let's get to this. So now y'all saw discard. Yeah, discard. Okay, so the topic... I had to figure out what camera I was looking at. So the topic of today is Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find I'm not live on my own channel. Where's my channel? Uh-oh. Wait, I am live. Hey, it's not showing my me being live. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm at a loss. I'm live and I'm on YouTube right now and it's not showing it. All right, I'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, let's see. We got Janisha from Rockford, Illinois, and Anja. Hey, Anja, I haven't seen you in a minute from Carlsbad, another Cali sister. Okay, so this is my December 2021 update, and the lesson or the topic, I like to have a topic, is homeschooling through a tragedy. But before we jump on that, I like to start our live streams with wins. So I want y'all to start, as a matter of fact, whenever we, as we're moving forward in 2022, I want you guys, as soon as, the live gets started, I want you to do two things. One, what city or state or child corner store you come from, and a win, okay? And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want you to get used to identifying wins, okay? And when you do, it will start to become one of my favorite books. Sorry, guys, I'm all in. Okay. It will become an atomic habit, okay? And I got so much planned for us this year. So I want you guys, and however small, wins can be anything. It could be, I remember to do affirmations in the morning in the shower, or I only raise my voice at my kids 2 times versus 5 times, right? So just start thinking of little wins, like I finally wore something new in my closet because I'm always wearing the same stuff over and over again. So just little wins, just think of that. I took a different route to a class for my kids today, or for something that you did. So I want you to start thinking of all the things that you don't think are important that you do, that you actually do. Okay, maybe you put on a fresh clean shirt today and weren't slobbing around the house. That's a win. Okay, maybe your child wrote 3 sentences in writing today instead of 2 words. That's a win. Okay, so we want to think, maybe you register your child for some classes. That's a win. Okay, maybe you realized you can't homeschool math. You're not the best teacher. That's a win. Okay, so just these realizations, changes, reflections, those are all wins that I want to encourage you guys. So I'm going to start scrolling through those while I figure out why I'm not live on this channel, and I got to get it together. Okay, and then I'll come up with my win for you guys. The video is looking blurry. Okay, let me switch it. I have a new laptop, and I was having I haven't finished. I got it. Goes into December. I haven't been able to set everything up because the last 2 weeks have been a blur. Let me switch cameras really quickly. Okay, so hopefully this is better. If it's still blurry, guys, let me know, okay? And I'll switch to the other camera. All right, we got Lillian from New Jersey. I want some wins. All right, Jolene, I think she has the first win. My kids self-started this week on their assignments. It blew my mind. I keep forgetting my cowbell, but that's so obnoxious. Uh-oh, hold on, guys. I don't see my camera light on. Can you guys see me? My camera light just went off. Hope you guys, let me see if I can. Connection is fairly good. If you're on with Wi-Fi, try plugging into your router or move closer to it. Okay, so we're just going to have to make it work today, y'all. That is a huge win, because that win leads to bigger wins, especially on the road to self-independence or self-reliance, or just independence for your children. And when they have independence, you have more peace and you have more time. So Jalene's got the first win. That is amazing. We love that. Come on, y'all. We need some more wins. I might have to give up on seeing what's going on over here. We need some more wins. Y'all give me some more wins. Okay, guys. Maybe let me log out. Let me log out and log into something else. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my goodness. Okay, any more wins? Any more wins? Okay, well, while you guys think of your wins and type them in, I'm going to give you one of my wins. Okay, so my win from December was, and this was hard. It was, and I think I might have talked about this in November. It was stepping back and letting my oldest son make a mistake that I knew was better for him. I'm like, you don't see that? I said, you don't. Oh, everything in my being wanted to come in and save him, and soccer mom push him back to the side, save him. I said, girl, you got to let him go through it. And he did. And you know what? He handled it better than what I would have told him to do. I'm an old head. I'm thinking I got all this experience and, wisdom. Never underestimate youth and their thinking, because they haven't been too much clouded with the ways of the world. And I was very proud with, my son. He's ninth grade. He's at a public school, and there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. And there were some things that happened at the school, and I just had to step back and watch it play out. And he didn't succumb to the pressure of some people. And I was very proud of him. I didn't have to, usually I talk to my kids, I give them a script, we role play like situations. And so they can kind of, when they're blindsided by these situations, they already kind of have some experience with me on how to react. They have some little phrases to throw out and stuff like that. So I have to make a whole nother video on that, because I saw how us always just constantly role playing, like in the car in the mornings on the way to school. Your kids do listen. Trust me, they do listen. They don't always do, but they're listening. Okay, so let's see if we have some more wins. Anja, what you got, girl? Finally getting more comfortable not following the curriculum to a T. That is huge. And covering exactly what my kids need to learn. Is there a way to pin some of these comments? Oh, wait, I think there is. I got to pin that. Can I pin that? I put a star on it. I don't know what that does. I put a star on that. I don't know if that pins it or not. It doesn't tell me what it does. But that is key, because that is also the first step in freedom, right? When you realize that you are teaching the child in front of you, not someone else's child, not some mythical child or student that this curriculum developer is thinking that they're creating the text or the curriculum for, you have so much more freedom to have a bespoke education, a custom education. And that is very freeing. It's very, very freeing. And it's almost like when you're out in the workforce as an adult, it's like you working for yourself and not for someone else, and not their rules, their lunch schedule, their vacation schedule. You do what you do because you're adjusting things to you. So I love that, Anja. That is huge. Anyone else? We got a lot of Cali people in here. We have Wednesday. I have not seen you on here. Are you new? I would remember that name, but hi if you're new, and welcome. Mari, what do we got here, Mari? My son started his Beast Academy live classes this weekend, is loving it. Excellent. I don't know if I did a review on the online classes. I have so many reviews on Beast Academy, but my two youngest sons did Beast Academy, and one liked it, one was like, it's okay. But it's a very well run class, I have to say, program that they have. Very, very well run. And it's so organized, and the layout of the program, the class is, I love it. It's probably one of the best looking online platforms that I've seen. So yeah, so congratulations on that. Hassan, it's good to see you, King. Just passing through to show love. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you from Boston. Got Boston in here. All right, so I'm not going to be able to find my live up here. So obviously I am live. I just don't know why it's not on my laptop. So let's get into this lesson for December. Okay, Lord. I was going to skip December. I was not going to do an update, and that's why I'm so late into January with this, because I kept debating with this. I'm just going to try to put this real fast. This might be a short live, but homeschooling through a tragedy. And what does that look like? It's going to be different for everyone, obviously, but there are some things that can look the same for each and every one of us. And that is your mindset. Okay. Now, you guys, if y'all know me, you know I am always talking about, let me see, Carol Dweck, well, she's growth mindset. I have all these other books that are spinoffs, but it's a mindset. And what that means is, oh no, oh man, I've been spilling my tea the whole time on the floor. I was wondering why my left foot was hot. Oh man. All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta find the towel. Hold on, because I got cables over here. Lord. All right, so I need to play some music. Hold on, I'm so messy. I got stuff all around here. Let me see if I got something over here. Oh no. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so but I'm talking about mindset. Okay, we all handle tragedy different. We all handle it different. That was some good tea too. We all handle it different. But the one thing that we can do the same is decide how we're going to respond to a tragedy. Now, part of the win that I want to share with you. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna throw this on the floor. Okay, so part of hold on, my foot's all wet. So part of the quick win I want to, well, I told you about my win. Part of the mindset that I want to tell you and share with you is deciding. Oh shoot, hold on guys, bear with me, I'm all over the place. I actually have something to show you that helped me situate myself. Let me see if I can grab it, because I got a hot mess over here. But let's see, here we go. I think it's in here. Okay, see if it's in here. I think it's in here. Bear with me guys, I'm really trying to get it together. So my tragedy, I know it's in here. It's in one of these. I spent a whole season organizing, and I got everything organized. I just can't get to it. But hold on, I think I got it. Okay. I know y'all are like, Nikki, can you get to it? I'm trying. Oh, here we go. I'm trying. All right. Now listen. Lord. Okay. So your mindset. Now, my birthday is in December, 7 days before Christmas. And that morning, I have been talking to my best friend from elementary school. And I was feeling so blessed that I had a number of friends that I have known for like 20 plus years. And not saying a lot, we still keep in touch. And we have been best friends since 5th grade. And we were saying how we're going to really start visiting each other. And because all my friends are back in Texas, Houston, where I'm from. And we were going to really make a concerted effort to stay in touch. Not just say it, but put in action the things, actionable things to do, so we don't, get all hyped up and then 4 weeks later you start forgetting and there you go. And that was the night before, because she was talking to me before my birthday. The next morning, my best friend from middle school, and she's the one from elementary, the one from middle school, and they both knew each other because we all went to school together. She passed. Oh Lord, let me just push through this. She passed. I don't know, it might be too soon. She passed away the morning of my birthday, and oh damn. So uh, beautiful spirit, beautiful girl. She was my road dog. I still have like 20 letters. That was back in the day when kids still wrote letters to each other, like about boys or they like, or what you're gonna do after school. But you know how girls would be. We would have like a 4-page letter, front and back, in those multicolored pens with all the different colors, and then we would have letters where we would address like 5 different people. So we would all read the letters together because there was always a part for each person in a different color. But I always kept the letters. I don't know why no one else kept the letters, but I kept all the letters. So I have a shoebox of these letters. And she was so smart, but she was feisty. And oh my goodness, just a beautiful heart. And so she had her celebration of life December 31st. And I couldn't go because of crap that's going on in the world. So that really hurt, but I'm going to go see her family shortly. Once things settle down a little bit, all these surges and stuff. And this was really hard because she had kids, and they were older, but she had a little bit younger, but not littles. And she had grandbabies that she loved, and they were like her kids. And not to get into too many details, but it was like, it wasn't, her passing didn't have anything to do with what's going on in the world. It was something else that really angered me. And so you're dealing with grief, and then you're also dealing with anger for the cause of the grief. And when you're having these conflicting emotions, and you can't do anything about it because you're so far away, that adds another level of like anxiety and things like that. And just feeling you have no control, you can't do anything. So the one thing I remembered that I want to share with you about the mindset is, and sometimes you get these jewels from different people you would never expect, or you don't even remember it, and then right when you need it, it drops right in your lap. And sister's best friend's mom passed away. This was years ago. And Miss Bobby, and she was like the mom to all the girls. And she was beautiful, she always had her stuff together, and she could cook. She's like the mom on the block. That house was where you wanted to go on that street. And she had a celebration of life, and it was the most amazing thing I had seen. And one of the elders there was saying, because Miss Bobby had, she was spicy, she was so fun. She was very fun. She was a second mom to my sister. And she was like, baby, pick your face up. Miss Bobby wouldn't want, no, she's not having all that. You drop your tears for 5 minutes, and then you go up there and you celebrate. You celebrate. And then she said some other things to me. And so back last month, I was like, I got a couple minutes a day or two to just dwell in these feelings and celebrate. And I put myself in the shoes of, if I had my passing, I don't want my kids to be sad and depressed. I want them to show, drop some tears because, mom is not here, like physically. But then I would want them to start remembering all the good times and the fun things and, read my journals, my perception of life as we were living that journey. Because I keep diaries and journals. And I would want them to be like, okay, you know what? Man, she's in a better place. She's on that next journey. We're gonna, remember her and keep it moving. I would want that. And I said, you know what? Oh my gosh, it's not an ending, it's a beginning. So all that to say, when we're homeschooling through a tragedy, remember homeschooling is not just academics. It's life skills, it's character traits. And so during the past 2 weeks to kind of keep my mind off things, I was digging through just some things that I shared with my son when he was first diagnosed with autism, and I didn't know how things would look 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and I knew that the most important thing for him after academics was life skills, and the kind of person that he was going to be. So I might make a printable of these. So these are old. I had a tree that I have to pull up some old pictures. A tree with lots of the Velcro sticks, and I would be like, I should have done buckets, but I had a tree, and I was like, the root, the root from fruit. The what you instill in your children, it manifests through them. Your children are a reflection of you, and so I had all of these character traits for him. Um, oh, sorry. So all of the things, and oops, it had a picture because my son, if some of you in the autism world, about the PEC system, the PEC system. So this is one of them, and now I'm a secular person, although I grew up in the church. I'm secular, but I appreciate where I can find wisdom and guidance. And so some of these, actually all of them have scriptures. But if you were secular, it don't matter, because you chew the fat, spit out the bones. No matter your persuasion or non-persuasion, the character traits are part of the golden mean, right? Remember the golden mean? And so it doesn't matter. Okay. So anyway, so it was a picture for him to associate what that character trait was, and then a description of it, and then a scripture if he wanted to say it to himself. Okay. And some of them didn't even read like scriptures. Okay. But for those who want that, it's there. And I was like, well, okay, the thing that I want to really hone on to my kids right now while I'm going through all of this is character. And how do you rebound? Forget rebounding. How do you manage when you're not operating on all four cylinders? What is that going to look like? And it's okay to get ugly crying and things like that. But then what do you do after that? What do you do? One, to lift your spirits up, and two, to become productive again. Because these are the times when people succumb or try crutches that could disable them in life further on. Just vices that they don't want to use. And I'm saying that because this generation, this snowflake generation, they are not as adjustable and flexible as like my generation, and then definitely the generation before. So these kids are butterflies, they're fragile. And so I always try to impress upon my children, when you're about to let go or lose control, number one, that's your executive functioning skills, having that metacognition of your body. Okay. That's self-awareness. And then how do you channel that? And you have to be very mindful mindful of that, because with our children, with the state of this world, that is a slippery slope into a lot of things. Now, what I was saying about my son at school, so let me tell you, y'all, there's a lot of depression, because YouTube starts acting funny when you say certain words at these schools. I'm not kidding. And the slightest thing can make someone, a student, lose it, because they just been constantly being hit upon with all kinds of things going on, and they don't have a coping mechanism. They don't have tools in their arsenal to kind of deal with that. So I wanted my children to see it's okay to have these feelings. Now, these are the ABC things that you can do. Okay. And the first one, I tell them, go on and accept it, embrace it. Then we go straight to diet because your food, your diet can make you go in a further spiral, or it can raise you up. You're all sad and depressed. You start eating a lot of sugary things, comfort food, then your body starts reacting a certain way. And next thing you know, you're feeling ways that you don't want to feel, and that just adds to the psychological way that you're feeling, the emotional way that you're feeling. Now you're bringing in the physiological way, biologically, and that piles on you. So I felt it was really important for me to model everything that I was doing. I was like, come on, y'all. Okay, y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm feeling, right? Yes, mom. And then my middle son, mom, can I make you some tea? I know it makes you feel better. I'm like, yes. And you know what? Not only does it make me feel better, it makes my body inside feel really, really good. Okay. Because you want to nourish the inside while everything's going crazy around you. So, um, so it's your diet, right? And then it's, what are your positive distractions? My children love old radio audiobooks. Okay, maybe maybe they're into regular books, or this will be the best time. Okay, so I titled this, what's really important to you. And for me, it was to really have more of a focus on character traits this year. Okay, and I'm not going to work on all of these. There's a lot. I think it's like 26. There are a lot of them. One for each letter of the alphabet. That's how it is. So it's 26 of these. So let me just pick the most general ones that can be daily habits. Habits where you can check if you're exhibiting a character trait that's positive, meaning your relationship with your brothers or your sisters or just siblings or with your parents. Just what can I see? How am I showing generosity or kindness or empathy? Just things like that. So that was really, really important to me. Even when I was feeling really down, I said I need my children to see, to have that memory in that memory bank, this experience, to see, man, I'm feeling bad, but I remember when my mom lost her dear friend, and this is what she did. And that's something that they can draw upon. So when you're starting to think about what's really important to you in homeschooling, is for me, if you couldn't homeschool, if your child had to stop homeschooling right now, stop being educated, and go out into the world, like go, I don't care, they could be two, I mean, or like 6 or 7, they had to go out into the world. We're not caring about doing the tax at a restaurant. You got a phone for that. They're not worrying about the rate on a mortgage because they can do a mortgage calculator on Google. They're looking at character traits, right? What's your work ethic? Is your word your bond? All of those things that make a difference. And that is what is most important for me going forward. It's been on the sidelines, but I really want to make that a focus of what's important, because everything else, all the academics, is going to fall by the wayside. But their intestinal fortitude, that compass, is there for life. And so I just wanted to share that. Let me catch up on some of these comments, because you guys have a lot of comments, and I want to get to those. Okay. Hi, Muna. Everyone says hi, Muna. Thank you, Coffee and Cream. Thank you. Um, you know, we were the same age. You start thinking about your vulnerability. And if I were to go, what would my kids say about me? What would they think about me? How would they sum up their mom? What kind of, like, I have so many traditions with my kids, you know, that and I was very intentional with certain things that I do with my kids all the time. Like, we always have current event talks. When we're at the table, most dinners, unless we're just like, one kid's at karate, another's at football, another's at karate. So when we're able to get together and we're not tired, we do a food game where we go around the table and everyone has to name a food that starts. We go through the alphabet, so you have to name a food for each letter of the alphabet. And then when we want to get more advanced, we can only name green foods, or we can only name foods that are fruit. And then another one is we have to name at least one or two international foods. Then we start doing named countries alphabetically, and then we do states or cities alphabetically. So these are just things that we do all the time. Has helped with my kids' geography, and but it's a ritual that we have. So if I'm gone, my husband's gone, and it's just my sons. These are things they can do to just still feel connected to the family. Hey, y'all want to if they're out eating, even at the house, they can play that game. They do chess. They do when we're doing our talks, they love to hear me talk about current events and to give my take on it. Or we decode movies, we decode books. I was answering comments from the past today, and someone had asked about Book Shark's Eastern Hemisphere. I don't know if she's on here. And hi 3AK. We got Callie is showing up tonight in the house. Thank you guys, all of you guys, for your well wishes. Thank you. But she was saying how some of the historical Book Shark has a lot of books, and in addition to the notebook that you use, like you have the main text that's like a textbook, and then you have lots of different fiction pieces that go for each country that you're studying within the Eastern Hemisphere block. And she was saying how do you reconcile using this history program, because some of the books are kind of questionable because they're written from an American point of view. And I absolutely agree, because I've grown up, everybody who is melanated has grown up with history being taught from the perspective of someone that does not look like them, right? And I was saying in my response that, and this goes into life, once you start having those critical thinking skills, you can read anything. So long as you're asking questions, you'll get to the truth. You just have to ask two things. How did this happen? And why? Why? Actually, why is the most important of all those questions. Why? Why? Because you have to start reducing it down to the least common factor, least common denominator, right? Why? So with my children, we're always decoding. And I have loved seeing the evolution of their thought process. Before, they would just mimic me. And then they started to have enough of mimicry for me to start going off on their own and, being confident in their thinking skills, and not just kind of parroting what mom had said. And so I like that. So going back to the tragedy. So when you're dealing with these situations, especially if you're just thrown right into it, your children are going to mimic you. So start giving them something good to mimic, even when you're feeling like that, and speak it out. Even when you feel absolute sh, blah, 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 your kids are watching you. And if you can just show one trait that you would like your kids to show if they were going through something, and it doesn't have to be a big drawn out tragedy. It could be bullying. It could be maybe they have a teacher in class, online, at a co-op, whatever, that they just don't like, or the teacher doesn't like them. Or it could be in their group of friends. There's always that one kid that tries to, exclude them. Just things like that, where they need to have a compass so they know how to respond, or they know how to feel. But more importantly, they know how to respond. And this is a discussion that I have with my child every single day. Reactions versus responding. This is how we start thinking. I got to do a video on critical thinking skills. And every time, because like my kid comes home from school and he's saying a lot of stuff. And I'm like, okay, let's unpack this. Why? What happened? Okay, tell me more. Let's go. Why? Okay, so this person did that. Did this person respond or did they react? What's the difference? Okay, so reacting is just you going off emotions. It's just instinctive. Someone says something, boom, out comes the vomit out your mouth, right? Or the force of your hand, slap, 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 whatever. But responding is taking in that information, analyzing it, synthesizing it, and then with intention, responding. Okay, so it's measured, it's intentional. Okay, and when you spend the extra seconds synthesizing what you just heard, that is all your body needs to help remove the emotion, put in the logic, and then output is a response. Okay, and that's how you don't get caught up, because you kind of stand back and wait. It's like, real quickly, there's a new kid, especially a new girl out of school, and she real cute, right? And all the boys like her. Say there's two new girls at school, and one of them, she fast, she already, like, by the third week of school, she'd have been with like 4 guys already. And then there's the other girl, just as pretty and everything, and she barely sniffed at one person. They don't know anything about her. Now, this girl probably had a Southern mama that said, when you go anywhere where there's a group of people, whether you're going out to eat, in our case, it was Dave and Buster's, or at a game, whatever, you watch everybody in the group and you just kind of keep it quiet. You can kind of say a little bit, but not too much. Just sit back in the cut, as they say, and just watch. Watch people's reactions. Watch how they talk. Watch how they treat one another. Okay. And then you can kind of decide, okay, this is the situation that I'm in, and this is how I got to respond. I'm going to give you a quick example. My son plays football, and the first varsity game that he went to, because he's freshman, sophomore, first varsity game he went to, he was with, a group of his teammates. And now my son's very passionate. He's like the team leader. Like, they have videos of him. He's like Ray Lewis from the Ravens, those of you who know football. He is a motivator. I wonder where he gets it from. He's a motivator. I mean, he listens to David Goggins, EJ, the hip hop preacher. He's been brought up on that. So teammates love to hear him talk. So that night, a couple of kids were like, hey, so-and-so, go down. Okay, so they're sitting in the stands. And then, the bottom part of the stands where everybody walks by, and then there's the field. So they're like, hey, see, why don't you go down here and just do this dance? My son can't dance. He's no rhythm. And definitely, he got a little bit of rhythm now. But back then, he definitely had no rhythm. And they kept egging him on. He was like, no, I don't want to do it. Yeah. And finally, he was like, I'm just going to go sit over here. So he left. He left, and then he called me, Mom, so and so, they're trying to get me to go down and dance with them, but I think it was like a trap. I said, what you mean, son? I said, first of all, you need me to come up there and ride up there? No, Mom, I'm good. I said, what do you mean? They want me to get in front of everybody, and they're trying to tell me to do all these kind of things, but it seems really, really stupid. I said, okay, what'd you say? He said, I kept saying no. And I was saying, why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Like, yeah, but you come on, you're the leader. And he was like, everybody was all talking at me. And so he said, it was so much. So I just told him, hey, I'm just going to go over here. So he calls me and he was like, Mom, I think they're trying to set me up. I said, A plus, son. They were trying to make you look like the fool. And I said, which ones was doing that? Because I know a lot of the boys. I said, because he did flag football with a lot of them. I said, which ones was doing it? Which ones was the ringleader? And he told me the three, and the main one. I said, mm-hmm, because he's a little hater, not just against my son, but with a lot of kids. Um, he's he's that kind of he's the person that if everything's going well, and it's always that one person. Everybody else is all cheering or whatever, and they're like, you know, like say if you're going out and you looking real nice and you feeling good about yourself with all your friends, and there's always that one like, girl, you got to stay in here or whatever. It's always that one person who tries to find the smallest fault in anything just to kind of take your shine away. Okay. It was that one. And I said, oh, he was trying to set you up because all the players really look up to you. And he was going to have you go down there, and then he's probably going to throw something at you or say something and make you feel really embarrassed. And then he's going to have his phone and he was going to record it, and then he was going to put it on IG or Snapchat. That's exactly how that story was going to go. He says, Mom, you're absolutely right. He says, what should I do now? He says, I don't know, like, how do I, like, I told him I was going to go, like, he's going to go to the snack bar, but I don't know, like, should I go back there? I said, well, how do you feel? He says, well, um, I like hanging out with them. I said, how many boys are there? He said, how many boys? I said, okay, you sit at the very edge with those boys, and then if they start acting with the woo, then you just flat out say, man, I'm out of here. I'll just catch y'all later. And then just go, okay? Because you got to make a stand and let those people know that this is my character. And this is as far as you get pulling stuff with me. It's a character trait. When you are solid with you, other people will know that and they won't try you. That's a character trait. So all this to say, I'm so long-winded. Oh, 46 minutes. So then when I picked him up, we called my sister, because my sister, she's like the greatest motivator, and she's also a Marine. She got a plan for everything. She was like, next time that happens, okay, you get you some ear pods, you take that with you, and whenever they start acting up and asking you, whatever, you said, put your earbuds on. He said, no, actually, keep your earbuds on in the group. You don't have to have them on. Just keep them on. And then they start acting, with the woo or saying whatever, just be like, oh, I'm listening to something, or I'm talking to somebody, I'm listening to somebody, put it back in, and then bounce. But it's a prop, okay? Because that helps you if there's like a lot of pressure from a lot of people. So you put that on, and someone's saying something to you, pull your earbuds out, um, you know, put it back in. Or just, you don't have to say anything, just pull it out. I got you. I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. So we went through a list of quick little short responses to use for people when they're trying to get you to do something, or if they're trying to make you feel uncomfortable. How do you back out of it gracefully without like seeming like a butthole? But how do you back out of that gracefully but still hold on to your character trait? Okay. And then, so that worked out just fine. So I guess that kind of goes with what's really important. For me, it's what I was going through. I felt that being able to look at the flip side of, hey, man, she killed it when she was here. Oh man, I shouldn't say that. She nailed it. She rocked this planet. And I was able to shift focus. And so I was happy that my kids could see that. I was happy because my birthday, this happened the morning of my birthday. So I got off the phone with my older best friend, and then like 2 hours later, she sent me a text, and I thought another friend had passed. And then she says, no, it was my friend. I said, no. So I looked at the text again, and it had the RIP with my friend's name. And I totally didn't see it because I didn't want to believe it. And that was like 10 o'clock in the morning. So my whole birthday, I was like a mess. And my kids were like, Mom, everyone's all happy and stuff like that. And I just couldn't. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna be looking boo-boo and everything, but I'm gonna let the kids know, you know, these are times that are going to come to everybody. and I want you to see how I handle it. And I might not handle it the best. This is what I was telling my kids. I might not handle it the best way, I possibly can, but I want you to see that too. I want you to see the messiness of that. So, all that to say, when you're homeschooling through a tragedy, don't worry about those doggone books. You can say, okay, kids, if you look at what some of my past videos on how to how to have things on the back burner to do, I need to update that video. It's really, really old. Have your documentaries, have some books, some audiobooks, board games, have things where you can say, you know what, baby, y'all, my heart is sad. But don't worry, it's gonna get better. But today, I'm feeling really sad. But I love all of you, and it would make me feel better if you guys can just, watch some of these shows that I know you guys love. Don't be picking no dry stuff. Get like cool stuff, even just a fun movie, and sit with your kids if you want to, and have some, do something totally different. You don't have to worry about homeschooling, because homeschooling is life schooling as well. So model that, okay? And you're gonna see me crying throughout the day, but oh, that's okay, okay? And just that's a great time. I have a book. Oh, where is it? It's called "What Would You Do?" It's a character building book. And it gives you all these scenarios for how you can build your characters. It's for kids and for parents. It's a wonderful book. I don't know where it is, somewhere over here. So anyway, so I don't have any like steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give for this. All I can say is, if you don't have any character traits that you exhibit, this would be a perfect time to start showing some. Okay, how do you show self-control? Are you teachable? If someone is showing you how to do something and you're like, oh yeah, and you kind of cut them off and trying to finish a sentence because you have to be right, you have to show that you know something, that's your ego. Are you teachable? Do you have patience? Do you show patience? Are you thankful? Are you diligent? You start what you finish? Do you have discernment? How you pick your friends, moms? Because even as adults, sometimes we pick friends that we don't need to be having in our life. Are you attentive? Is your child trying to explain something to you, but you're on your laptop? Baby, okay. These are character traits. Are you honest? I'm not. Let me see. Are you honest? Are you orderly? Now you can be messy because I'm messy, but orderly. Those are your thoughts. Okay. Is your house too? Your homeschool. Do you have order? Is everything chaotic? What does that say? Usually when my surroundings, my environment is chaotic, I'm chaotic inside. I got a lot of things going on and I don't have a handle on it. Are you generous? Okay. I mean, there's so many. Are you forgiving? You haven't talked to your sister in 10 years because she took your ring out your jewelry box as teens and lost it, and you've never forgiven her. Can you forgive? Do you have a friend that took your boyfriend back in high school and she was your good friend, made a mistake? Are you humble? Modest? Oh, modest. So anyway, so these are you responsible? Come on, man. So when you're homeschooling through a tragedy, focus on those character traits. How can you exhibit some of that with your kids? That's the perfect time to stay in the bed, because you're going to be in the bed all sad. Have them in bed and talk. Go out if you can. Okay. Let me catch up on some of these comments and then I'll end it with that. Character building is high on my list too. It's such a big pro for homeschooling that we can spend time on important life skills. You are amazing. Your kids are so lucky. Oh, thank you, Anja. Thank you so much. We just have to make it important, because we're all focused on reading, writing, arithmetic, all those core subjects. That's not core. Because let me tell you, when my son was sitting there being pressured to go stand in front of a group of people acting like a clown, because that's what they wanted him to do, to look like a clown, because he can't dance. So they would have been laughing at how he had no rhythm, how he looked like he was spazzing out. And then they were going to put it on IG and make fun of him. So when he was sitting there, parts of speech wasn't helping him. Mixed fractions wasn't helping him. The War of 1812 wasn't helping him. It was those character talks, right? Those character talks. So please make a room for that. And the easy thing about that is it doesn't take long. If you just make it an atomic habit, just something you do, maybe in the morning, like make it after something happens, like after breakfast or right before breakfast, something that you do habitually while they're brushing their teeth. Brush your teeth with your kids. Do you ever brush your teeth with your kids, especially if they're a little bit older? Now, they might be unnerved by that. I do it. I walk on in. What's up, y'all? That's even though you got toothpaste in your mouth, that's fun. You can say it with foam and everything. They'll remember that for the rest of their lives. Remember what mom used to be trying to talk about being honest and patient while she had all that toothpaste in her mouth. Was she patient with that toothpaste? Give your children jewels, things, visuals that they can remember and hold on to when they're older and when you're no longer skating around on this blue planet. All right, any other questions or comments? Now listen, what I want to say is I feel better. I was just kind of down because I was down, and that I was like, I didn't want to get on social media because I just didn't want that energy around me. So once I kind of built myself up, so what I did, I started going through old things. I mean, this was like my son was 3, well, really 4 when I started doing all of this. I was going back in the vault, y'all, with old stuff, and which is going to help you guys out. Because one thing I want to do this year, I'm going to focus on curriculum reviews and how I use that curriculum and life skills. Okay. And I'm also really going to focus on the younger set of kids, those preschoolers, even before then, so you can get started. So you can start those habits young, okay? And then if your kids are older, just step in where you are. Start where you are. Start messy. So those are great ways to be a knockout. I'm very happy. I revamped some things with how this channel is going. I got some new software, editing software, new laptop, and I really want to grow this channel. I want to start having more guests and book reviews, all kinds of things. So I'm really excited about that. I love that you guys have been here supporting me. Y'all, that really makes a difference. It really does. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, if you have any questions, man, I said 30 minutes. We're almost an hour. Give me some more questions before I get out of here. Some of y'all didn't give me your wins. Give me some wins. I know y'all got some wins. Oh, here's another win for me. This is a win for me, not for my kids with me. I started a new channel. I forgot to tell y'all. It's called The Messy Homesteader. Now, y'all veterans know I am a prepper. And I really shouldn't be saying that anymore because times are really getting iffy. And I don't want a lot of people knowing what I got. Some of y'all know what that is. I don't show it on YouTube. It'll mess with my channel. So I garden. I'm working on... Oh, that's why I can't wait to get my new property. I'm working on getting some livestock. All of these things to be self-sufficient. That's really my motto right now for me is self-sufficiency. Gotta have it. And then imparting that on my children, because our kids' world ain't gonna look nothing like our world. Nothing. And one thing that, and some of you guys do this. One thing that I want to do, and it's a big movement, that back to Eden, just getting back to nature and self-reliance, that's getting bigger. And the more things are taken away from us, the more we got to be able to do for self. So so I started that last month, and it's called, let me put it up here, it's called The Messy Homesteader. What do we got here? Crystal, I can't find your video on the well-ordered language. When I go to your channel, it's like most of the videos are hidden from me. What? Well-ordered language. Yeah, I definitely have. Let me try to find it for you real quick, Crystal. But in the meantime, okay, so it's called The Messy Homesteader. The link is in the, I'm at 21%. Hold on, I didn't even, I had to switch laptops, and I didn't plug in this main one. Okay, Crystal, I'm gonna put the link in the comment. I'm gonna pin it in the comment, because I'm pulling it up now. And so any questions, any wins? I'm going to put a poll up, and hold on, y'all. My laptop is getting really hot. I'm going to put a poll up to see what you guys would like to see, and for reviews, I have gang reviews. We got to get through the reviews, definitely. And I know I owe a lot of reviews to you guys, so we're going to do that. All right, so I'm going to my channel. So any other comments, anything like that you guys want to share? Say it down, forever hold your peace. Chris, so I'm going to put that in the link below, because my laptop is running really, really hot, and it's running really slow right now. So I'll put that in the box below. All right, my dear ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right, Black Queen, what do you got? My win is that we completely switched my youngest child's curriculum mid-year, and she loves it. Okay. What is the bell? I spilled my tea, but did y'all see where I put my bell? I can't find my bell. Where's my bell? How do I lose a glass bell? Wait, do I have a spoon? Well, here. I can't find my bell, but I have a metal straw. Oh, that don't even sound right. Oh, there it is. Oh, I thought it was a cup. I have a video on switching curriculum mid-year. I don't know, somewhere in the archives. I think I have it under curriculum, the playlist. So check that out. That is huge. Again, your daughter loves it, and you put that in all caps. Why does your daughter love that? Because you talked to your child and not trying to get through some curriculum. So that is beautiful. We love that. Big win, Black Queen. My favorite homesteading farming channel is Becoming a Farm Girl. I don't know that one. I subscribe to so many, but I'll have to check that one out. Now, my favorite, oh my God, I have so many. Well, definitely Lead Farmer 73. I know some of you guys follow him. The Needy Homesteader, Doug and Stacy, Roots. There's so many. But yeah, I'll check that one out. Wait, what is it? Becoming a Farm Girl. A win is my kid is doing better in math, and she is working through fractions. This is her second. We are going into fractions. Okay. Any tips or books greatly appreciated. Oh, Keys to Fractions. It is a yellow book. There are, I think, 4 books in the series. The first one is Fractions Intro. The second one is Adding and Subtracting Fractions. The third book is Multiplying and Dividing Fractions. And then the fourth one is Mixed Fractions. I think I might have gotten them out of order. It's the Keys to. I have a review on them somewhere in my playlist. Look under reviews. But I'm due for another one, because my youngest one is moving on to measurements, and I'm going to pull that out. That one is no frills about it, but let me tell you, it gets the job done, and I like the approach. And the author is Rasmussen. family related somehow to Mequon, Lori Mequon. I did a review on the Mequon math series. So you'll find that if you start getting into math programs that are Russian based, there's a different kind of thinking that I absolutely love. They treat those kids with so much respect for their thinking that they're able to comprehend higher order thinking uh, problems or just thinking at a young age, but they make it fun. They put it in games like Beast Academy. So you can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with that. Let's see. Oh, the second week. Okay, I got you. That's huge. Did I ring the bell? That's the win. We love those wins. I love them. Keep them coming. Yes. Well, don't keep it coming because I need to get out of here. I love those wins, guys. And y'all pay attention. Those of you, you're like, oh, well, my child hasn't done anything. Sit down and think of something they did. It doesn't have to be academically. Remember, we're talking about character traits. Maybe your child hit one sibling, hit another sibling, but apologize. That's a win. Okay. This will train you and get you in the habit of really looking at your family and really looking at your kids. So you want to see if you're seeing that character building in process. And if you don't see it, that's a great time to start planting those seeds, even for you. Okay. Are you modeling character traits? You go through the drive-through at Chick-fil-A and they tell you, oh, the French fries aren't ready. It'll be another 10 minutes. And you go, oh, no. You start having acting all kind of nonsense because you ain't got your waffle fries. No patience, no empathy, because obviously, the workers aren't trying to hold the fries from you. Are you showing character traits? If not, that's a good reflection on you to say, hey, let me step it up. And then my kids can start seeing it. Okay. And one of the easiest things is patience and attentiveness. It's not easy because, sometimes it's hard to bite your tongue. But if you're always yelling at your kids, if you're always exasperated with them, hold it in and shock them. Now, you probably might have some heart palpitations from all that energy of holding it in. Just hold it in and see, look at their faces. They break something. You gonna yell? You gonna pop them? Or you gonna be like, okay, how are you gonna make it right? That's one of my favorite lines. Like, oh my gosh, look, with my kids, man, I be telling all their business. When they start getting into their little sibling shenanigans, I'm like, okay, y'all can't solve it. Y'all about to have a hugging competition. Y'all gonna hug it out. And they're mortified because they only had to do it one time. They have none of that anymore. I made them suckers hug. And I had the timer. And I set up I think it was 5 minutes. And they were like, first they were like, trying not to touch them, like when the girl's at her little first dance, and her mom's like, don't let them touch up on you. And you're dancing and there's like 2 feet between you. I'm like, nah, that ain't no hug. Y'all got to be chest to chest. Oh my God. I think they peed on themselves. Like, Mom, no, we can't do that. Oh, that was something else, y'all. But after that, when I say you guys need to work it out, now go knock it out. I'll have no problems with them going to go, come on, y'all, because I'm not trying to hug you. That's what they say. And they'll sit there and they'll like, okay, well, you're always taking my chips. Well, I don't know that you're chips. Well, my name's on the chips. Well, I'm not looking for your name on the chips. Maybe you should write your name bigger on it. Well, I don't always have a pin or a marker. I'm hearing these conversations. Okay, well, why don't you put your chips in those Ziploc bags and then I'll know they're yours. Oh, okay. We got some Ziploc bags? Sure. What you need them for? I'm going to put my snacks in here so they're safe. Boom. They worked it out. So just give them time and grace to problem solve. build up those character traits, right? And then, you know, that stuff goes a long way. It goes a long way. The Blue School. Hey, I responded to one of your comments today. I think you had a comment from a while ago. I just caught up on some of them. I hadn't seen them. Sorry I came in late. Happy New Year's. It was a rough week for us. What happened? Well, come on. We listen. Now I know I say start with wins. Sometimes when you're having a rough day, week, hour, month, year, acknowledging that is rough, but you have plans to turn it around is a win. Now, the first step is putting it out into the universe. Now, you might not do nothing right away, but you got to at least put it out there, okay? Or write it down, better yet. Write it down, what you want to do, okay? Hey, divinely planted, if it's rough. Now, you know what we say, when it's rough, you reset. You are not in competition with anybody. So you stop, you go to a screeching halt if it's rough. And then you regroup. It helps if you have a vision, a long-term and short-term vision for your kids, okay? Nothing's going to fall apart if you take a couple of days off and regroup. Am I lying? Put it aside. Reconnect. Reconnect with yourself. Reconnect with your kids. Or you can just be like, I'm going to plow through it. And then you're plowing through it, but it's so bumpy and muddy and nothing's getting done. And you're just prolonging the agony. Just stop and just reset. Wait till the mud dries on the road. Wait till the potholes get filled in. And then continue on your journey. Okay. Now we're not afraid of like some bumpiness and things like that. But when you say it's rough, that means you need to pull over to the side of the road, wait for the conditions to be favorable. I keep looking at all different kinds of cameras. And then you move forward. Okay. So think of a win that you can do, the Blue School. Okay. Depending on what kind of roughness it was, think of a win. Your win might be, you know what? I wake up in the morning grouchy. I already start my day bad. Plus, things are already rough. Let me have a green smoothie. Let me take care of my body. Okay? A lot of times, if you're in doubt, if things are going rough, start with you because you radiate everything. You set the tone for the house. So start with you. How can you feel a little bit better? Okay? How can you feel a little bit better? And think of the ways, just choose one thing. Maybe try something different to eat or drink. Maybe put on a different outfit in your closet. Maybe your hair is always up in a bun. Maybe wear it down in a braid. Just try something different. Just different. It might not mean anything to you that day. And then try something different the next day. Okay? But one thing I recommend while you're in okay times, start finding things that really appeal to you and keep them near you. Books, affirmations, make a playlist on YouTube of videos or movies or shows that make you feel good. Start your arsenal now. So things are rough, perfect time to start looking through. Because then it's real easy to see, oh, I don't like this. I'm not going to watch this. It's not going to make me feel better. When you're happy, you're like, oh, I'll do this, this, and this. But then when you're down and out, you're like, why did I put this in this playlist? This ain't nothing. So it's actually kind of good that you're in your rough spot now because you'll have a more discerning eye for what you think will make you feel better. And then make sure you have that on hand. A lot of these things are free. They're all free. Not all. A lot of things are free. To be free. All right. After this, I'm going to bid y'all adieu. Let's see. Divinely Planted says, I started waking up at 6 a.m. I'm going to give you a pre-win. And going to the gym. That's what I'm talking about. Also doing my spiritual work in the morning before everyone wakes up. Boom! It has changed my mood tremendously. I even be up before everyone now. That is. I had to turn this bell upside down. Yes, yes, yes. Now you see what Divinely Planted did? She took the onus of saying, I'm going to be the change. Now, health is big. Health is wealth. So I'm going to start here. And health is not just physically, it's your mental health, your physical health. It's all of that. All of that is your health. And she said, I'm going to make sure I'm going to nurture my physical health, and I'm going to nurture my mental health, and I'm going to nurture my spiritual health. Health. All of that matters. It counts. And when all of that is in alignment with your goals, it's easier to get through your day and hard times and tragedies. So if you start now, no matter where you are, just do a little bit. You don't have to get up that early. Maybe get up 30 minutes before the rest of the family does, and just walk around your street. Walk up and down your street. Walk up and down your driveway. You in an apartment? Walk around the kitchen, the living room, the kitchen, the living room, the kitchen 15, 20 times. Okay? Do some leg lunges around the kitchen, around the living room 20 times. Just make that a habit. Don't cost nothing. And you'll feel good that you put yourself first. And you'll start finding when you start putting yourself first, when you start telling yourself that you matter, it's so much easier to deal with them doggone kids. I promise you. It's so much easier. When you know it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, and you know you can brush your teeth, your hair is all raggedy, it's greasy, you meant to wash it last night or decondition it, whatever you meant to do to your hair, you didn't do. The house was a hot mess, or your bedroom, and you wanted to clean up your bedroom and just have it nice and restful. You didn't have a chance to do that because laundry's all over the floor and the bed. When you don't do the things that make you feel better, man, you got a chip on your shoulder all day. You don't even realize it because you know inside you didn't take care of you. Okay? Kids know that. So put yourself first. Put yourself first. Okay? Let's see. Giver, acquire greetings, such blessings to hear you are doing well. Thanks for sharing to help and doing so with a warm heart and not holding back. Much love. Thank you so much, Giver. And you, I think you are new here, a new name, a new face. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I know I'm so long-winded, but I'm going to wrap it up unless I have one last question to ask. And then I'll answer it, and then I'm going to get out, okay? Just know I am going to be going live more often. I really enjoy going live. I gotta get this doggone setup going. It's not working. So I need a win. The next live, hopefully my win will be I have a nice permanent setup where I don't have to take everything down and back up again to do these lives. That's why I only go live once a week. It's the setup. I'm like, oh man. So I gotta work on that. But anyway, I love you guys. I really love to hear your wins. It encourages me, and it's something about that sisterhood and brotherhood where you're genuinely rooting for the other person to win. You really want them to get it and enjoy it and have fun with it. Because I feed off of that energy. I'm the person where if we're about to go out or you get married, anything that's a real big occasion for that person and the spotlight is on them, I'm trying to be like, what? A spotlight? Let me harness the sun and put it on my friend. That spotlight is not big enough. I want to go all because I know how it feels when you feel really good about yourself, and I want her or him, but her to feel that love and to feel like this girl really wants me to be happy. And you got them friends. They want you to be happy, but not happier than them. So I might be happier than me, because then I can gravy train and coattail off your happiness. And that will encourage me to go get more happiness in my life. So I'm like, it's a magnet, things aren't mutually exclusive. If your friend has all of this and they got a healthy marriage or relationship, the kids act right and all that, and you all mad, little poked out, like that ain't me. No, go get your happiness. Be happy for that. Because you put that out in the universe is like, oh, she wants more of what she's feeling. Let's send more chaos and trauma and drama her way. Mm-mm. It's I don't know if you guys are familiar with the laws of Tahuti and the 7 Hermetic principles. It's there is a connection there. First one being all is mental, right? So I always talk about that mindset. Now, Carol Dweck just said it in a nice little way in a book, but Hermes said it the best, and he said it in like 50 words or less, something like that. No, less than that. So anyway, those are stories for other days. All right, I'm about to get out of here. Any more questions, comments, wonderings? Anything? I'm going to get out of here. All right, it's 1:20. I made a big mess over here. And I don't have no, oh, wait, we have some tea left. Oh. And I'm going to be having more guests on. That includes you guys. If you want to just pop in, if you want to tell your win, like verbally to us, you can do that. I'll just click a button, boop, boop, and send you the link, and then you come right on in. Let's do that. Also, if you have a channel, and whether you're got a big channel or a small channel with one person or no subscribers, come on in. Let's promote it. Okay? You trying to put your information and share your wisdom with the world, I'm gonna help you. Now you can't be no mush mouth and can't talk or nothing because we can't understand you. But if you got something to say, come on in and say it and contribute. I'm like, sometimes people say things about me. How many? There are like 500 million billion diet coaches. And it would be that one coach that tells you eat vegetables, less dairy, less meat, whatever they're saying nowadays. And that person, from the 15 that you've heard say that one person resonates with you and you listen to them. They all say the same thing. It's how they say it. So, you might want to hear what I'm saying from somebody else. It might resonate differently with you. The whole point is for you to get that knowledge and apply it to your life or your homeschool. Okay. All right. Good night, Black Queen and Jessica. So keep that in mind. And just to end with this, just remember, sometimes people think a really, really bad day or a bad week is a tragedy. I agree. Because you can be feeling the same way, the same energy, negative and down, as if something like tragic happened to you. So pull back, think of your character traits, go Google character traits, and then pick the ones that appeal to you, pick 1 or 2, and work on those. That's going to be one of my videos. I promise you, that's going to be one of my videos, character traits, how to build them, how to identify them, how to build them within yourself and with your kids. Okay? Because baby, 2022, it's going to be a lot of surprises for us. A lot of things going to be going on. And you, me, we're all going to be tested. Your kids going to be tested. Your partners, your spouses, your significant others, everybody and their mama, granny, auntie, going to be tested. Start getting your square in order. Start learning how to stand on your square. First, you got to figure out, where's the square? Okay. And where the square is your traits. Now that you know your traits or your square, now you can stand on it because you'll be tested on it. So that's my takeaway with today. That's my takeaway. And I love you guys. Don't take anyone for granted. Just don't. You could be just about to call somebody and then you get distracted. Mom, I need help on this. Okay, baby. You're just about to call your grandma, your best friend, and they'll never pick up that phone. Call the people you love. Call them. I don't care what they did to you. Say I love you. You ain't got to talk to me ever again. Just know I love you. That's all I wanted to say. Have a wonderful year. Woo. Just do it. All right. I love you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next slide. Crystal. Okay, my kids are at dance during these lives, so I have to drive during part of them. Good night. No worries, no worries. And Crystal, I'll put the well-ordered language. I think you asked me about that a couple of weeks last year. I'll get that up for you guys. All right, guys. I love you. Bye-bye.